What's up, my friends? It's your friend Watch My Velador 83, and I'm coming at you with a new video. And today I want to talk about biblical prophecy. And as we know, most of the Old Testament, well, the Bible really, it's filled with prophecy. Most of it referring to the land of Israel. Prophecy about people living there, about people coming to God, about heeding, listening to God's warnings. And that's the whole reason why God sent off his prophets to give the land of Israel the warnings. Most of the time, these prophets did not a lot of people listen to these prophets. That's why the land of Israel, the people of Israel in those days, most of the time they ended up in slavery. Because they did not heed God's warning. They didn't listen to the prophets. God ordained these prophets. God picked his prophets to go warn his people. But guess what? None of these people, none of the land heed God's warning. And basically the warning was, if you guys do not come to me, if you guys do not turn from your evil ways, judgment shall be coming up to the land. And most of the time, like I just said, that's why they ended up being slaves. A lot of them ended up getting killed. Why? Because they did not heed the warnings. You're gonna be talking to me about what is with all this introduction. Well, a couple of weeks back, there was an article that was released a few weeks back that UN votes on ending Israeli settlements. Egypt withdrew the resolution on Thursday, but UN Security Council is voting Friday and after nations revised it. And hear this: the 50-member council has been due to vote on the Thursday, and Western officials said the United States would allow the drafted resolution to be adapted, which would be a major reversal of U.S. practice of protecting Israel from action. The whole thing is, with Israel, we all know this is God's time clock. This is where all of us need to keep our eyes focused on, to know where exactly in biblical prophecy times we are living right now. As we all know, the UN is a big branch of this whole New World Order system, the Illuminati, this and that. So the UN is a place we shouldn't be trusting in. As we all know, the UN has been fighting really hard to keep throwing rocks at Israel, to keep bashing Israel. The UN does not like Israel at all. The only ally that Israel had was basically the United States of America. And what this article says, which would be a major reversal of U.S. practice of protecting Israel from action. United States was a major ally to Israel. The United States has turned their back on Israel. The thing is, the United States has had a lot of warning throughout not protecting Israel. The United States has turned their back, is not heeding the warnings from God that it should be protecting Israel. It should be protecting the land of God. But due to Mr. Obama here, that, as we can tell, ever since his cabinet, his 8 years as president, he's been trying really hard to destroy any good relationship that he has with Israel. And the other thing is that I've been noticing, they've been trying to divide the land. They've been trying to get the Palestinians their own state and divide Israel to give the Palestinians their own state, which is a major thing that God warned about. But the powers that be, these people are pushing really hard. They're best to divide the land of Israel and give Palestine their own state. These powers that be, controlling the UN, Obama, are trying really hard so this happens. So Israel could be divided, give Palestine their land, and then this is a warning that God gave us pretty hard, and this is what a lot of people should listen to and should read. Joel 3:2. I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Other than that, there's going to be a peace summit down in France, and guess what? It's going to be set for January 15, which is going to be pretty close. The thing is, Benjamin Netanyahu and the Palestinians are not going to be invited. There's going to be a lot of speculation about what's going to happen that day concerning the land of Israel. There's speculation that they will set a proposal to divide the land, and that way, after this choice has been made, Israel will have no choice but to sign that treaty. They're not gonna give no choice to Israel. They're gonna make this choice for them, and they will divide the land. God warned us in Joel 3:2. So, my main point is, we already know in what times are we living in. I'm telling you that 2017 is gonna be a crazy year for biblical prophecy and some other stuff. But my question is, knowing that times are ahead, knowing that in what times that we are living in, have you given your life to Christ? Are you prepared mentally and spiritually for what's coming? If you're not ready, I suggest to you right now, give your heart to the Lord. Because these times are approaching, and they are approaching fast. The choice is yours. Go to my Facebook page, WatchmanBeloved83. Also, if you're new to my channel, subscribe. May God bless you all. Peace.